obviously the fact that Lohan is having to step in is going to be a caveat to this whole conversation.
There is a big asterisk next to Liquid's week 1 game here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, again, I mean, we can talk about this throughout the series as well. For me, these aren't necessarily positive changes to see coming in, especially, I mean, obviously, Nat stepping out from today.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to kind of peel back the layers on and discuss in that regard elsewhere. But for me, it's on fire. I mean, one thing I do want to echo from the desk is you'd really want them to absolutely smash Liquid today.
But I don't know if you do get to smash Liquid. I know you should, right? Like, there's everything that tees you up. But mechanically, we know that Liquid are very solid. Those mechanics don't suddenly dip. It's just being in the right place to execute it, right? So it's, to me, as much as that's a great concept, and I agree, it should be a solid team showing from Eternal Fire. I think that Liquid can still make a case for them in a couple of these rounds. The desk, how many times did they say Trex is one of the best mechanical players? And there's always that addition of mechanical players. Because there has been issues historically, but Echo with none. Already going to find 2. That's Kicks and Lohan down. And there he is. Trex right back in the action, but Necky's got a lovely little spot on this. Good heads-up work there from Trex to turn back in time with Purpo. Beautifully handled in the end, and Liquid with the first.
A little scrappy there. I mean, Echo got a chance to really shut that down in towards heaven. Just as we mentioned it, Trex the one to turn things around for Liquid here.
It's never been questioned about his mechanical capabilities, his agent depth, all of that has always been good.
It's obviously the reasons, and again, surrounding his departure that, for me, are the big concerns, right, coming back in here. Again, circumstances of the teams the teammates leaving, again, with Wayne, it was kind of a bit more personal. Same with Miniboo as well, so that's what's concerning, right? It's almost like hey, we've not really had time to explore as many options as we'd like to.
This is the best we can start with.
But they're familiar players to the roster, right? That's a big bonus that, as a coach, you can bring people in like that. Tricks to open things up here with 2. Fabian and Izzy will fall.
That's nice.
Just a quick clean up here. Liquid have obviously got the memo.
Well, again, it depends when you look at Liquid, right? Is it the Liquid from group stage in stage 1, you know, that sort of position? They looked okay. I think they tied technically with how Eternal Fire finished on the other side of the group as well. So they weren't bad.
Similarly as well, when the desk we're talking about Purpo, right? The ceiling, really high. Liquid, consistency. It's just a discussion that can feel so uncomfortable sometimes.
I know. Because you can never be certain, can you? You can't put full faith behind it.
Yeah, the number of times it's like, oh, this will be, you know, the time they carry across that from
here it comes.
Domestic to international. And
it's just that identity I think I'm waiting on. I know.
G2 with EMEA.
I mean, mate. Wait. They're not that dominant in regionals, so I don't give them that yet, but Purpo with a lovely pick up on Fabian there. And I think for Eternal Fire, it's see how they look. They were the team with all that potential, wasn't it?
I mean, this is a team I've personally been really excited about. For me,
stage 1, you were really on the train.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be disappointed behind it. Izzy's not half cleared that Lohan. Obviously pick it up where Nats has left off for here on split. Let's trade back here. Purpo back down to 1 HP. Wasn't far off that before, but still 4 standing here for Liquid. It's Necky and Ordaz to try and recover here in round 3. This will be a clean conversion here for Liquid, if they can see it through.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Big tick in the box. And for them, there's I hate saying no pressure. There's always a bit of pressure, right? But you look at it, as soon as you have that caveat to your name of, well, we've got our coaching. Even if we lose, it can always be chalked up to that.
Yes.
It is, right? It's that pure cope of like, cool, we can just kind of run our standard plans here, kind of play it out. And it's not like Lohan's not going to be able to IGL to a degree, right? This man's certainly got capability of understanding what the executed plan is.
And he can aim.
All right, Lohan.
Yeah, you don't catch Necky there, though.
No, you don't.
10 seconds left.
Cool. Done. Wrap it up. That's a lovely start for Liquid. Again, it's never been a question of can they shoot. It's when they get deeper in events. This should be the bread and butter. I do think that Eternal Fire, on paper, are the better side right now. They have their full 5, but they come in with a little bit of a different comp, I guess. Any thoughts on seeing the veto there? Has that done anything for you?
I'll be honest. I've not really seen anything about Lohan getting pretty animated.
He's getting fired up.
He's playing the part today, that's for sure. But yeah, I agree with the desk as well on that front. I haven't really seen anything that's really blown me away that's made an argument to say, yeah, he's a staple here. And I think there was an argument to be made with the changes. Split could be that argument.
No, for sure.
Fabian being the Swiss Army knife he is, certainly an opportunity to put on a display here. But
Yeah, I think
it's a tall order.
Yeah, for me, it's I need to see it in practice. I need that one player to make it look so viable that I'm like, oh, obviously that makes sense. I don't think it's going to be in this round, but you never know, right? This is good discipline shown by Liquid. Need to make sure they clear their corners, cross the T's, dot the I's. That's concerning. And fortunately for them, actually, Fabian backed away from that, maybe feeling checked on and, oh, Camo, okay, you get freebies.
Well, that's just walked onto that.
Unlucky, I guess.
Barely around the corner.
Again, for Liquid, though, this is composure, right? This is simple stuff, and it shouldn't be hard. They need to just not fall short and kind of miss those corners, you know, get sloppy clearing Echo, don't get sloppy clearing Echo. And Izzy's still nearby. This should be fine. I keep saying should. I keep giving you these ways out, Liquid, but it's suddenly fallen to bits. It felt like they had all of that work done in middle, and then they just hoped that site take would be fine.
I figured into the blender here. I mean, Trex now 1v2. Izzy actually didn't grab an upgrade here, so still going to be playing at range with a Bucky. Fabian, though, looking over towards spawn. So we'll be able to catch the info if Trex can find the first, but they are isolated.
But you button up now, don't you?
Yeah.
Soon as that comes in, you can see him considering the counter swing from heaven, but we know they're both by pillar. And with the time being where it's at, Trex would love to give it a go, but yeah, there it is. Good work from Eternal Fire, making something out of nothing. The mode of thrifty coming through for them, but if anything, it felt like they put all their eggs in that mid-clear bucket, and they got everything they wanted, right? They got the freebie through the wall, they had the keys to the castle, and then there was a judge waiting somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, full 3v5 here at this point? Echo,
spacing wasn't even that bad.
No,
I guess sadly, I hate to say it, but Lohan being second man in makes it a little bit trickier potentially. Maybe just not on that protocol list so heavily or so used to it, but still, I mean, 3-1. This is where we might see a swing. But ult's coming out. Camo's got his Trex as well, ready to go.
Welcome to my world.
Bit across mid here. Fabian will be tasked up towards ramp, and we'll deal with Camo very, very easily here.
Yeah,
no trade off the back of that either.
No pressure.
They do scale up, but it's a little late now because Fabian's been allowed to reposition. Spam's coming through here, no connection. Neki actually responding in kind. 3 players committed here for Eternal Fire.
And I want to kind of echo this back to Miniboo and how almost selfless he was at times with those entries, how much space he was taking.
He was happy to go triple negative.
Yeah, he was, which is mad, because obviously, even as a caster and as a viewer, you're sat there going, God, is that actually what you need? But maybe it is. It's something there. You're able to get your 1-for-1 trade in once in a while. You take the space, you allow that scale from the back here, because Fabian
is hitting.
He's just feeling unpressured in this. You can see the confidence starting to mount, and they're going to know it's Lohan, and then a little bit of that laissez-faire attitude may come out. And there it is. Echo going to just seal the deal, sign it, and it's an in-zone flawless. Comfy there. And I think it's that spacing I'm going to be looking at here. It's just, again, on the attacking side, it's going to be hard to keep that really tight.
Yeah, and again, the discussion around here, you put your coach in, you put 2 new players in. Actually, the question would be, if you have one sub playing, it's these set pieces where they'd find comfort. It's when things kind of go off kilter, right? You have to step away from that initial plan that's laid out at the start of a round where it's easy to be very critical, but that's where Liquid might struggle.
Yeah, it could be. I think that's, we'll just check back on it as we go, really. I think a lot of us kind of don't see this as a 50-50 game. I see what is the timer not moving.
But we didn't get very far.
Alberto.
We got 5 rounds in.
No, because I know Spain's waiting, right? But you can't do this to us. You can't just throw tech pauses out like this. It's cruel. How you been, man?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stuff after London, all right?
Yeah.
Chilling?
Yeah. First day back in Berlin.
Yeah, treating you well.
Really well. That
Should we tell the people? Should we tell the people you're on travel day?
No.
No, why would we? Well, fingers crossed this isn't. We're starting to lose a little bit of that punch to the start of the game. It was a lovely beginning. Fantastic work.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Eternal Fire are the team to sort of craft those sorts of rounds that are going to cause issues for Liquid, right? As soon as they get thrown off the initial plan and maybe some curveballs sent their way.
Like
Speaking
that,
of,
curveball.
yeah,
Nice,
curveball.
yeah.
Speaking of, there's a showstopper here for Camo.
You don't get to live. You don't get to live. That felt so dedicated to be there with the operator, but again, Liquid. Oh, God, okay, well, there goes the showstopper, and there went Purpo. So it's down to Camo and Trex to do something miraculous, and Camo is making a case for it. That's a lovely isolation on Echo. They might have something to say about a plant, Messi from Fabian.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. So you.
Fabian going to be able to get to the backside of the pillar here. Camo's just posted on that angle. Trex left to fall here. The headshot here.
Why does it feel like those rounds that Camo wins, though? You just don't want to challenge, but actually Ordaz makes it out of the slaughterhouse, it felt like in the end. 3-3 now. It felt so much more dangerous than it should have been, though.
Camo looked pissed there as well.
He was on for that.
I don't know what Ordaz has spotted there. Maybe just a single pixel showing there. I mean, it was a connection through the wall. Fantastic round from Liquid, though. Some real threat here. It's a great isolation here. Look to overwhelm both players on the B side. Yeah, it's just a pixel shown here. Ordaz, a beautiful shot.
Really nice. That's got to be a feel-good too. That's got to be a feel-good, because if those go wrong, you start going, oh, bloody hell, what's happened here? But back to business. Liquid looking to keep it simple, it looks like. Still going to have Purpo's ult in hand. Trex has his too. And Ordaz already showing the level of respect, the understanding. But he actually goes forward. Ooh. I said he had the respect, but he's trying to play it right on the line. Smoke goes in. Let's have a little look to see if anyone's willing to challenge. Ordaz is chomping at the bit, man. He wants in.
He's desperate to get involved.
Nightfall's only going to catch one, maybe two at most. I think Trex could have been caught with it, but Ordaz fancying it going.
Great timing.
Beautiful. I said he wanted that the whole time. Looking hungry for it. There's now already, you can see the site's going to be pressured. Eternal Fire are there. They are standing shoulder to shoulder. And Purpo would need 3.
Might be given a chance, though.
That's... Oh!
Just can't pin down the first here. Izzy will close it out. Neki with the defuse. I mean, fantastic trading for Eternal Fire coming back onto the site here. You can see the timing. It's in the kill feed. It's blow for blow. Able to isolate, again, the key players. This really pinned around Ordaz's.
I loved it.
Just persistence to look for an angle here on the back of the divide and plays the timing to perfection. It looked even worse from Izzy's POV.
All right, 4-3. Starting to break ahead a bit now, isn't it? You're starting to see that rhythm starting to come through. And Liquid's still getting close, but it's just getting across that line is going to be the bit that I'm looking at. Tough to make it count.
I've got your trail.
It's already Seekers and a real high
burst. Purpo down immediately, though, Lauren.
I mean, and again, it's that, you look at what used to work for Liquid in some of these. That's a gorgeous follow-up from Camo. Going to create some space towards B. That puts Ordaz potentially on the chopping block. Quick rotation from Fabian to try and help out, but that got threatening. That gap's shutting a bit now.
Trex going to try and look for something here, but so far looking very proactive. Fabian and Izzy find the kills here.
Spike down mid.
And just the
found
HP.
a headshot. No kill though. Fabian with 3 on the round, Lauren. Beautiful cleanup. Again, looking to probably identify that sort of timing I'm talking about. Just make things a little chaotic when Liquid call a freeze here and just waiting for somebody to overstep the mark.
Enemy remaining.
Beautiful round. I mean, Purpo's down before he can even create any sort of pressure. Great trade from Camo. Couple of seconds too late. Sure.
As you go. Obviously, Lohan with a great idea, but again, getting that kind of touch-based feeling to it is going to be incredibly hard. So for him, going to have to work with less, especially in this sort of round.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to answer back here. This is 5 in a row for Eternal Fire. Starting to build up a bit of momentum here. So certainly coming out of the timeout, the purchase is not going to necessarily suit it, but certainly want to see a plan in place to address that. On the other side of Eternal Fire, the proactivity continues, Lauren. Look at the space they've taken away.
And I like they're getting a little audacious. Fabian here. He's going to isolate Camo quickly, you know, trade. And it's unexpected, right? You're not going to really expect to be walking into people at sewer. Maybe you heard that orb being collected. Maybe not. But at this point, the map feels small. And Ordaz already expecting the pivot point through vents.
Will be confirmed here. Even more so with the Cloudburst. Flash over the top, but we'll be able to confirm immediately that it is a fake. So Neki will post on this angle.
It's hard to look for the win cons here if you're Liquid. It's not like Eternal Fire can't shoot. So if you're looking at, you know, maybe just a team to really outgun, I don't think it's going to be these boys, but Echo still going to catch his man on the way down. Neki then teed up to punish the cross. Trades coming through, but Trex now last man standing. Good shot on one. A couple more of those, and then we're paying attention. Not to be. There we are. Eternal Fire carry on as they started.
You can
6-3.
see the confidence in some of these rounds where they're just happy. That moment comes where somebody makes the call and makes a challenge, and everybody happy to swing on. These trades just come through so quickly. Even with Purpo finding 2 important kills, it just amounts to nothing. That man advantage played perfectly by Eternal Fire. Up to 6 now.
And I'm quite impressed because there is something to be said about playing to your own caliber, even against a team that's maybe not in the best form currently. Liquid, obviously, they're working with new players coming in. They don't have their full 5. But to keep your own standard here after a bit of a shaky start.
Yeah, this is the thing as well, to come back to that initial statement. It's like Eternal Fire should come out and smash Liquid today. They're a team that plays with, they're very passionate on stage.
Yep.
They're going to come in probably...
swinging.
Yeah.
Oh, Lohan's. Yeah, they're the bullying may begin here on Lohan, and it's tough to see, but it's the way of the world, right? It's a competitive game.
Sending a message.
Yeah, and you do that sometimes. You got to kind of pick the player to punish. Echo this time. Oh, no right to do that, and now Neki even ahead of the curve. No trades this time. No chances. I don't think Neki even knew there was a follow-up player.
No.
Just got the 2-for-1 discount, and he didn't need it. 7-3.
Beautiful stuff. Certainly wind in their sails now. The momentum favours them. Right, I mean, happens to the best of us.
That's tough. Again, though, if there is a weak link, you're going to push it, right? Yeah, that's the way this goes. Even if you're playing against a full 5 and you notice someone is having an off game, someone's having a bad game, they're going to make that a pressure point, and they can clear one of the extremities. So you're going to either have to start putting people beside it or adjust it or try and deal with the consequences. And again, Lohan sadly going to have to sit out of this one as they just continue to be aggressive. Continue as they started. Camo, a 1v4 now. Position noted and swiftly handled. This is starting to feel like a formality.
I think we probably just want to wrap things up here in the first half, but it's going to be a hell of a deficit to play back from. We have 3 ultimates to bring in here: Divide, Showstopper, and a Pit. And with how these are going, not really getting to a point to really put some of these pieces of the puzzle together. Maybe Camo can clear a little bit of space here. Can maybe make use of the Divide and a Pit. Haven't seen them found a comfortable position to really plant and set up on site in quite a long time. You can see here on the timeline, it's not been comfortable at all.
It's the starts that are tough for Liquid. Trying to get clean entries, trying to get, you know, that nice toe holding towards the site. You're not really getting much here. A couple of ults, though, that they could certainly utilize to crowbar the effect. Also, we'll kind of check back in on how we feel that validity of the veto is. It stands top of the board, but if that's more Fabian or more veto. And there's that mid-check. Echo again. I mean, living life on the edge, to say the least. How many times? Oh, dear. Okay, doesn't take as much damage as I thought he would.
Actually comes away with that looking much healthier than I expected as well. Fabian will catch the spot.
The double
Lohan.
swing, man.
Yeah, that's disrespect.
I'm kind of happy that Lohan won that one, because like most times you're not going for that.
Face your fear.
Is it just millimeters off?
This just feels all over the shop, but that is a beautiful, I mean, I want to say sight take from Camo.
Well, there's your space created.
Yeah, you take those when you get them. Purpo on guard. And now just down to Izzy, 1v5. And it just feels like one of those that all lined up right in zone, flawless, and an 8-4 half.
Well, reduced the deficit ever so slightly here for Liquid, but lots of work to do in the second half here, Lauren. Eternal Fire absolutely taking control here on Split. Liquid's map pick nonetheless.
Find it.
Some of the things that are going to take maybe a couple of weeks to maybe embed some of these newer names in the roster.
Yeah, true.
With obviously Nats returning to the helm, but you hear whether or not the approach is just kind of, hey, guys, let's get out there and demonstrate what we've worked on a little bit, and at least this is, yeah, it's live game experience as opposed to scrims. There's always that adjustment period allowed for that. But certainly here, Eternal Fire, going to want to close this one out.
Yeah, and I think even though we do talk about the fact that, yes, 4 is better than 3, we can count, you still need the pistol, really, if you want to elongate play. Trex Oh man,
there's a real problem.
These haunts,
Yeah.
dude. He's going to be tilted off the face of the earth. He's going to be tilted. Camo's done as best he can, but I mean that felt like a losing formula the second it couldn't get cleared. Purpo, last one alive. And sadly, that's going to leave a real bitter taste.
We did Lohan dirty with a slow-mo on the horn
You know it's
previously.
coming. You know it's coming. And they're going to have time to cut
We're
that
looking
together.
for consistency here,
Yeah,
EVS.
yeah, EVS, let's see. Let's see if all is fair in Love and War. Sadly for Liquid, though, it is probably the worst start possible. You're going to have potentially a bit of a frustrated Trex there. And yeah, of course. 1, 2. And a third. They know where I am.
For good measure.
Yeah.
We didn't need that one, but
No,
we got that one as well.
We got it. Tick in the box, though, if you're Eternal Fire, isn't it? Really, you're just kind of closing down towards that 13.
I mean, Neki becomes the most valuable player here, I guess, in terms of util.
Yes, no one can deal with him.
What's the lineup for that one, actually?
Yeah, can I get that one? The one
Unbreakable dart.
you got the title ready, just everything done, perfect. So again, we've got to have a little stack from Liquid. I'd like to see the Eternal Fire don't get sloppy in what they're doing. They should at least keep the basic protocols in.
Yeah, even here with Camo kind of posturing forwards, I don't think Eternal Fire are going to back away from this initially. They've got a lurk over the other side, which is going to figure out at least, well, yeah, noting a lot of people now, they're going to pick up the pace towards B.
Yeah, they're just going to... oh, Camo.
I can't move, there's something in the smoke. My favourite moment in any game. I can't move forwards.
Oh, man. All right, Liquid, give it a go. Kick still comes out this one. He's still just swinging, dude. All right, Purpo, 1v3. Nah, okay, 10-4. And really, the opportunities and chances kind of hinge on what they have in this one. Eternal Fire, though, by all accounts, happy in a bonus.
Purpo, early operator online, actually.
I think you might as well, right?
Yeah. Certainly here with double digits found for Eternal Fire. If you can dig your heels in a little bit with that investment, maybe could. It took Neki a long time to figure out that he couldn't walk forwards there.
Yeah, the penny didn't drop. Am I doing this wrong? I don't think they've changed the site recently. Box has gotten bigger.
Wasn't in the patch notes.
I mean, looking at the bonus, though, it's still pretty decent, isn't it? Oh, Purpo's gone. Jeez, Camo again with another opportunity to be a nuisance. Lohan. Brilliant from Lohan there. You'll take that every day of the week. But it's only put into a 3v3, so it's far from out of the woods yet.
And actually, Kix is in a really awkward position to clear here. Looks like the awareness is there. Still could be, and actually, yeah, with a confirmation here on that. Shoulder in towards screens. Not necessarily going to slow them down, though. Great flash, but can't isolate Neki on the blind.
Spike planted.
No, quick to tuck into cover there. Careful if a horn comes flying out.
It's wraps.
Is over, but Kix sends them packing. You can see the confidence being just squared away there. Echo. Oh, God, and he knows where Kix is now, the flash. Oh, Echo! So good, I want to see it twice. The Red Bull clutch there, just magnificent.
Beautiful catch. Almost on a fadeaway here. Kix does so well
he
to
made
make
something
this
out
doable.
of it.
Brilliant flash on the first here, and even pinned it to the corner. It's just so clean from Echo. Unfortunately, that is number 11. Feels like the nail in the coffin. Liquid, some damage done previously on the first half with a buy like this, but now up against the ropes.
Transfer ready.
You'd almost want them to find number 5 here, maybe force a repurchase out on the side of Eternal Fire. Neki, the only ultimate to lean on here in round 16. Much slower approach, actually. Maybe Eternal Fire considering the possibility. At least we'll wait to greet the mid push if it comes. Echo able to avoid that.
Yeah.
Dropping spike.
There's Echo to start his work. Going to have seen only really Kicks thus far, obviously with the utility. The addition of Purpo now. But when you see someone shouldering up, you kind of feel, oh, they're just posturing here. Is this actually the weaker side of the map? Maybe feeling they've identified that they are bringing players over, but Purpo, push up, spotted, finds, takes away Echo, kicks on the pull-up. This is good. Try and get away, they can't. Izzy hunting them down, and then suddenly the A site looking available. Camo with a paint shot. Smoke to swing from. He's audacious as ever, isn't he? Confidence. Never an issue with this man. Backs himself, but can't quite get to the weapon. Ordad's going to keep him checked on pillar. And a re-swing from Neki. Oh, timing. Oh, Liquid.
Camo's read on this situation is perfect. Knows that somebody's going to be posted up, looking towards heaven. Isolates that player perfectly.
He's a good player, is Camo, in those.
Great turn of pace on the back of that from Liquid as a whole, but this opener is just so sloppy from Eternal Fire. Not like that at all. Well, at least find number 5 now. He said prevent Eternal Fire from at least finding map point. Yeah, the Stinger's working again. Come out of that. Purpo 1 away from the knives. Camo 2 off a showstopper, so good position to be in with Kicks finding the Seekers here early on. Like I said, it will fall.
Isn't it? Very talented mechanically, we know that. You can go down the whole roster. It's when the stars align for this roster, they are a terrifying prospect. It's whether or not they can find that, and obviously Nat's there when he's back is going to be a key piece to that conversation. As it stands, though, a broken buy for Eternal Fire and a real chance for Liquid to push up to 6.
So he's just checking back in with the buy. It looks like Eternal Fire did revert ever so slightly. Still some investment here. But a wide open B site.
But with the knowledge of that from Liquid, they've sat. Oh my God, Izzy just dives in. Luckily, Liquid get 2 back there, and the site cross just gets completely manhandled. Ordaz with a Vandal. Keeps my attention, but you can see the hunt's on here. Lohan is chomping at the bit. He wants to keep Pillar in the hands of them, but Fabian has slipped the net a little.
No way he's wrapping spawn.
Hold on, I'm a bit scared. If he feels like he's got room to play on this. Oh my God, he found one. Purpo now noted, pops the knives, but Fabian's got a way out of dodge, and he's going to keep Purpo on his toes. Fabian's on the run. Only a sheriff to hand. What do you do with it now? Do you do around the world?
Oh my God, they could catch. Oh!
It doesn't have. Purpo better equipped, but similar ideas.
That's just crazy timing. Fabian trying to run away with that one. Heads up play from Purpo though, just to cover all bases again, despite not being noted later on in this engagement. Obviously noting that it was picked up, so Purpo's done really well here. Again, that post plant, that 1v1 retake situation becomes really awkward towards A site. So many possibilities for Fabian to slip into. That's number 6 found.
They are back on a buy though, Eternal Fire. Maybe not perfect, still gonna have some light shields in play and some pieces missing, but weapons are in hand. Starting with a bit of progress from Fabian towards mid. Lohan's got to be on his toes here.
Izzy's ult. Just missing one for Fabian and Echo as well. Boombot will catch here in mid. Camo will get the well, looked like he was going to spam out through that smoke there for a second. But does still have the confirmation of presence. Echo once more though has found Purpo. Was Purpo on an op again?
I think he was. I think he was. Which, a little bit of a tough loss with very little reward on it. And now they're starting to lose control of middle. Very isolated on both sides of the map now. Kicks and Lohan on one side. You're going to see Trex leaning a little bit heavier towards A, but they've got options for Eternal Fire.
On Trex all the way over. Power to go through won't catch, and Camo in one of those situations once more. Showstopper to posture up. But a slight misread here, maybe from Eternal Fire. They just look to overwhelm A.
I think they're going to. There is a player here. There are a couple of players on this side of the map. Maybe 2 by pillar could be a little bit of a surprise, but it's so quickly handled. Eternal Fire, it's Echo, putting on an absolute class. And Camo, we compliment him before. One of those that can do incredible things, but this is just beyond the pale. Unavailable, not going to be. And it looks like 12 is going to be carved on that board.
So maybe a misread, maybe they read it perfectly. They know that they're going to be walking into, well, a stack of sorts, but handling it so easily. Camo obviously stuck between a rock and a hard place there. He pops the showstopper to buy time, maybe just to act as a deterrent, but unfortunately serves up the other 3 members of Liquid on a platter to Eternal Fire.
I mean, that's the tough part, right? Like, you can't really discredit him for doing it, but what are you meant to do at that point? It did seem like everyone just kind of missed the shots. That's sometimes how it goes, but at 12-6, it does sting a little bit with 4 of them surviving. The operator being taken away from Purpo. I don't know the finances coming into what could be the final round, but it is a timeout for Liquid. Maybe to talk through those options, because again, they'd started to build up a little bit of conversation, but you've got to be careful here.
Yeah, from Echo. Yeah, I mean, great work from him for sure.
Of course.
One enemy remaining.
Just very unfortunate to see that happen a number of times now. We'll be able to cycle an operator back across. I mean, there is a pit to play with here for Lohan.
Yes.
We've seen peaks from them, but for me, the consistency's been a little hit and miss. I think everybody else, in terms of expectations here, I mean, that's outside of saying Fabian's had some disastrous series, but again, he's turned his hand to so many different roles on his team. That for me, I think Izzy and Neki are the ones I've certainly got my eye on to get back into form.
I'm really hoping Lohan doesn't just get mowed down here. Here comes
Well,
Smokes.
they're going to disrespect it.
Yeah, and well, they're going to get punished on it. It's still a judge. It's still a Viper's pick. He's going to get 2 bodies to his name. Sight is theirs, though. That is the exchange of space on this, but advantage up for Liquid.
Raid boss Fabian here in the post plant as well. Does he go aggressive here? Prowler to set things in motion towards ramp.
Oh, and a missed shot. That's an issue, and it's going to be made worse. Fabian and Neki both going to get the reward. Camo can't do it this time as Eternal Fire with enough in the tank to make it a 13-6. Team Liquid, a couple of good rounds, but we know
they're week 1. And to be honest, probably a little bit of an allowance here for the first couple of weeks, right? There's still high expectations. Obviously, the longer discussion around this is who they're in contention for. Funnily enough, we checked this earlier. It's Eternal Fire and Fnatic. But
correct.
For me, there is a little bit of leeway here to maybe play around a little bit with compositions.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't know yet. You know what? I'm going to sit right on that fence. Purpo, gorgeous start. But the reaction is there, and it is really waving one flag. With an opportunity, but Fabian's taken it all away. And Fabian stands his ground. That's all for Fabian. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from him. And the start that really Liquid were probably dreading.
Certainly, for 13-6 map 1, you'd want some early wins here. It won't come with a pistol, that's for sure. Fabian taking charge to kick off Lotus here.
Reaction, bro, reaction.
I think as well with their map pick, that comfort is going to be on display from the get-go. You already talked about midway through the first half, maybe that step change in applying a little bit of disrespect into the recipe of some of the rounds.
But as you should.
Yeah.
As you should. You got to play to your own caliber, your own level, and you got to set that bar high. Fabian should be noted. And I want to see that veto here especially. Does that look good? Showing some more comfort on it. Flashed off again though. Good sort of scaling towards Sight, but it's breaking past Fabian. After all eyes turn towards Izzy, he absolutely mops it up. Just Purpo and Kicks. Yeah, okay, Kicks, go on. Give us one more. You got a Bulldog as well if you got the time. Not going to be giving it. Fabian again, man. Just looking locked in 7-0.
Yeah, around 3-0 for him. And again, for me, yes, there's a discussion here, but Eternal Fire just kind of playing this because they've scrimmed it and they've worked on it. Are we going to see all the tech maybe behind how they want to apply veto across the map pool? I would say no, especially coming out of that map 1. They weren't really tested. I don't think we're going to be
seeing the full.
We're not going to be digging past page 1 of what they've worked on in the downtime. So for me, it's not necessarily a big concern coming in here, but with a chance to at least fight back in round 3 here. Rifles to hand. It looked like Fabian may be spotted, but certainly did on the second peek.
Yeah, so already showing a little bit of presence towards A on both sides of things, but majority maybe considered by Mound, I imagine. Camo making no subtleties of this. Got to be cautious because Echo's on that corner. Outgunned for sure, but he does have help in the form of Ordaz too. Now in rotation, Izzy. You got 3 here. And the corner's being controlled. Izzy with a lovely little hit and run. They still don't know about that paranoia primed in hand. So Oh, okay. Neki tried to outstay
Great
his welcome
awareness on the
that,
spam, though.
Yeah, good work.
We'll pick up the mantle here outside B. We'll get a chance and we'll remove Izzy.
This is good work. Fabian, though, starting to get active.
Paranoia is perfect.
It's just so well placed. Liquid being pushed from pillar to post, really. Ordaz now dipping in. Fancies a go. It's just stunning to watch there.
Bonus conversion here. Just when it looked like Liquid might answer back early on. And a string of rounds from map one certainly going to be on their mind here. Again, some real threat in some of those thrifty rounds on Split, but
absolutely
replicate the same thing here.
One enemy remaining.
Up already showing presence across the map. And again, for me, I mean, put him on a chamber, it's the sort of thing where, yes, he can shine individually. We know, obviously, that discussion around where his ceiling sort of sits, but again, another one really kicking off stage 2. You want to see him establish that consistency early on. That's the TP away here.
Oh, but he's
the
not
judge
alone.
Right up close and personal.
Yeah. This is going to be hearing this, though. Flashes galore. He's positioned perfectly. Still going to get the follow-up on Purpo, and Neki's not backing down. Playing on the wall. Drop now coming in. Spots out Trex. And you're going to have to humble this side. Eternal Fire are going to take liberties. Kicks, though. A lovely pickup on both. Brings it down to a 1v2. Any recoverable weapons close by? I don't know if it matters with Fabian here, but it's certainly capable.
Okay.
As he's got our attention. Gonna need all 4 here. And Ordaz trying to be a bit slippery. Positions really nice in the off angle, just in the cut there. Ordaz going to shut down the account, but it's Kicks to make something of it, right? That was quite an exciting way to get things going. A little reminder that we know that these guys are so good at what they do, but it's just getting all on the same page at the same time. That's going to be the hard part throughout this entire series. Even those glimmers of hope coming in, as we see here. It's beautiful shots.
Just a fantastic round from Kicks.
It's just converting it into a round, isn't it?
It
It's going to be the one factor
Last one's
missing.
always the hardest.
Isn't it? Isn't it just? And at this point, the money starts to build a little. You're going to start seeing the ults hit for Eternal Fire.
And what an operator purchase here, round 5, and still, what, 3k behind it. So a big
TP.
cushion.
I think someone's already hunting that. I think Echo might be on the case here. And yeah, Fabian
Wait, what?
with a freebie on the second.
No.
The stars are aligning. I don't know how he got
kill.
that. I don't understand. Show me the replay, please. It was so quick. I blinked and missed it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Look at this.
What?
I still don't know.
Nah. No, that is
They don't need help.
disgusting. That is absolute filth from Fabian.
God, he's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, that's worked really well.
I've seen that one in scrims. We do have an asterisk against
Yep.
the start of stage 2 here.
Play it out a bit.
Let's not let it weigh on the mental too much, then that's a little bit of a concern in my eyes.
And I think it's also just the type of player that you have on your team, whether or not they can even get into that mindset. It's going to be incredibly hard. So let's see.
Oh, that still scans.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky to get away with his life.
Yeah. I mean, he's having a past Fabian. What are we doing? What's the plan?
He's trying to get back onto the angle to challenge the operator, and it's just so risky. Went out here for Camel on the other side, but he's traded out very quickly.
It just feels a bit individual to me, Mike. It feels like I'm watching a team frustrated, and I understand why. But it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel for them if they just be going into this 1-by-1. And sure, they get a couple of rewards here and there, which...
Yeah, but Eternal Fire will be lapping this up.
Yeah. Let's see where the finish is going to be. Looks like it could be the B site, especially where the spike is currently. But do they see that C site is now available? With the Owl drone coming in, might assume a rotation. Don't know how much was noted by Kicks, because he did back away quite deep towards Mound. Maybe a little freeze. See if that curiosity peaks from Eternal Fire, but they're still lingering.
30 seconds left.
Well, the time
Notification will be there. Yeah, Neki's on the angle
I've got
so
your
quickly. Trek's able to trade out here. Seeker's invested as well, but discipline shown from Trex, actually.
Yeah, but
Does he
position.
swing out off that and still gets shut down here. Paranoia will connect. The kicks.
10 seconds left.
Very awkward position here.
Yeah, and Fabian, a bit of an unknown quantity, right? And it doesn't even come to the equation. Izzy there played that incredibly well. Safe pair of hands, playing it out, even with the Seekers coming in. And you feel these are the things that concern me. An individual swing out there trying to find it, felt very isolated. Even if you're going to be playing with, you know, technically a stand-in and obviously 2 new players, I think just keep it simple. You know what I mean? Play it out together, but easier said than done.
I understand why Purpo's swinging onto that, but it's just a complacency maybe. I don't know, maybe just a chance to flip around that they shouldn't find an opener in.
Yeah.
This is straying away from what I would have assumed the approach here for Liquid would be, right? Let's just drill out these set pieces and... Yeah, a little bizarre to see some of these scenarios for sure.
They looked disheartened too. I think it was on the desk was talking about kind of seeing challenge. There we go. Purple played in on that time. I like seeing the support system there to kind of get him into those angles and punishing Izzy's curiosity as well, digging a bit deeper on that mid angle. A little bit of a freeze to come through. Got to be aware that Neki does have ult to play with, and a second glance. Okay, Liquid getting a bit of a beat read on this, but also Fabian, maybe unnecessary to go for that second look.
Massively unnecessary.
Just a touch.
And drone doesn't confirm anything. You're walking into the unknown. That sort of situation where I said it's not necessarily a coin flip. He's still going to keep going forwards. But Liquid haven't made progress through the map just yet. A 5v3 for sure, but a multi-kill here or there could flip this on its head. Hunter's Fury as well. And speaking of, Audax go huge with 3. Neki to connect as well. Camo will fall. And it's just kicks left.
30 seconds
Flip of the script here now in a 1v2. Neki's here. Does he spam on? No connection, but...
He's got him. He's got him down so low. 8 HP walking away from that. And expecting the repeat between the smokes. I thought they had it all, Mike. I thought they had it all there. The best chance yet. And it was shattered in a second.
I mean, Ordaz, just sensational from him. In this situation to find it. And again, capitalized by the Hunter's Fury for sure. There's a little bit of chaos here for Liquid to overcome, but finding 3 is ridiculous. And baits out. Oh, we actually... Oh, I didn't even know how Camo died there. He landed in the Hunter's Fury.
7-0, man. Ooh. That was an in-game voice line then. I was like, who makes that noise? Who goes, oof? Oof.
Whose voice line did you think it was?
I was like, Chamber maybe? a little oof.
What would French accent?
I don't know. Man, I ain't casted in a minute. You've not been on your Duolingo, Mike. Damn. All right, we go again, and that looks pretty spot on. But actually, it's Fabian's turn. They're just taking turns, man. Oh, let him have a round. Let him try and get out of the starting blocks. Finally, they fight back. It's Echo's turn now, and look at the HP. A quick heal. Trex, desperate to get the boys healthy again. Echo makes it. Whoa, he's 70 HP. He's not the worst in the world to walk away with.
I mean, they look aware of the fact he could have crossed there, but they'll clear close.
Trex is just the bounding trade me. It's fine. Trade me. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
God.
They're going to trade places.
No. Ah, this is hell. This is hell.
My God. Thank God for Lohan.
Lohan, you hero. Absolute hero of the hour there to get the first for Liquid. Oh. Chamber loved that
I mean, this opening from Fabian is ridiculous again. How many bullets did he have left in his mag here?
It looked like 6 or something.
It was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God for Lohan.
Our Lord and Saviour Lohan on 2-7.
Lohan we trust.
Yep. They're not stopping though, are they? Izzy's fancy to go with it. Oh, Audax again. That's 2 for Audax. Izzy on the follow-up. It's a shutdown. It's a shutout. Get to the next round. This is a tough watch.
Yeah. I think now Liquid just trying to force the issue in towards A now. Just being disrespected once more. Spam through, not quite connecting onto Purpo. Beautiful headshot here onto Echo, though.
They're all in a line. They've got the spike now. Purpo's going for a wander. Now, how... Ordaz just waiting. Who gets it? You got Neki, Izzy, and Ordaz. I'm going for Ordaz on this one. Oh, go on, Purpo. Give us something to believe in. Lohan did the best he could. Your turn. 7 bullets, pretty similar scenes. Ah, it's Ordaz to claim. All right, 8-1. As you said, it feels like Liquid is just trying to press the issue and it's just being met by sheer force. If you're Eternal Fire, you haven't had to go into the strat book. My concerns are the long-lasting effect of a game like this. If the team can't get the mentality right...
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. Really, what you'd look at this is like, hey guys, you know, let's see what we can get done. Yeah. It is what it is. Unfortunate circumstance with arguably losing their most valuable player, right? It's
absolutely.
The most tenured for sure, but... to hear that they look tilted coming off, that would be a concern for me.
Because I do think losses like these can linger for a while and they cause frustration. I don't know how quickly you can shake it off. And I think this becomes a question that we look at down the line. Because confidence, this game is still so built on confidence and belief in your teammates and all the wishy-washy stuff that you can't quite pin into realistic conversations.
The X factors, yeah.
And if they're starting their run with this new roster and a bit of a sour note, I hope it doesn't linger. I know that Nats will watch this and know what he has to do once he gets back to business. But as it stands, your team's being pretty much pushed around the map. And for Eternal Fire, it's a necessity. We wanted them to look strong. We wanted them to look dominant here. And they are. They are living up to this, especially on their map choice. Map 1, 13-6, respectable. Here, 9-1. It is dominance.
And I think as well, you then think back to some of the previous discussions around Liquid and this whole... what seemed to last an eternity of let's find our identity, right? Oh, we found our identity. You lose a player that was probably the cornerstone of that approach. It's really difficult to kick off stage 2 in this way and still feel confident in terms of turning things around.
Yes.
So Fabian is 18-5.
Hoping it doesn't weigh too heavy. That's my main thing. I hope they can just shake it off, put it, as said, in that box that you bury incredibly deep down, and you move on, you spin on from it. And we see the best of them down the line. It'll get you walking away with things to work on. You learn more in your losses and your wins regardless. But this isn't one you can really go back to the drawing board with and go, oh, we can really work on how we're going to approach the site like this. We're being pushed around, and we're jumping smokes like that. Izzy's just on the line. There's been nothing really to force him back, and Purpo's been trying to make some pretty big boy plays that just aren't coming through.
Cover going out.
Unfortunately not amounted to much. Eternal Fire have been allowed to just farm the opening of most of these rounds. Again, desperation maybe starting to show, just looking for a pick, just find an opener. That's what we can try and springboard off. But you think back to the 5v3, it wasn't necessarily teed up for them. Fabian forced off initially here, but we'll read the situation well. Camo, 3 out of nowhere from him. We'll open this round right up. Ordaz. All the way into drop here. Will be pressured by Camo. Is he a little late with that one here now? 1v3 though. Swap out. Shoot a rifle. No way. Surely not. It's on the old bot. Oh my word.
In Lohan, we trust a second round from the man now. Made in motion by Camo, of course. It nearly took needing an ace to get this started. But it's the second round, Mike. Do you believe now?
I'm sorry. In the blink of an eye, I was like, well, yeah, okay, what is this, by the way? That is just...
That's nice.
That is disgusting. We've had some insane clips this series.
Yeah, we actually have.
All jokes aside.
That white guy realized.
I see him pop ult though.
It's on. It's on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why Lohan's there, man. Fabian before got the freebie that baffled us all. You gotta be on red alert now, don't you?
So you thinking about walking that?
I'm looking at someone joining him. I think they... Oh, they're trying to set him up there. I quite like the idea. And the... look how well he is playing this. The ult coming into effect. So much of that early hit. You've now got rotations into place. You can see the intention. Flanks on the way. Izzy's now coming around. Liquid need to keep going. Do they consider Echo? They don't, and they will be punished for their ignorance on the push. Again, you saw the start of it. Fabian there played in so well in that corner.
Definitely. Well, I think Liquid just lose their grip a little bit in terms of the entry towards site. Eternal Fire will find number 10 in the first half here. Just standout performances from Fabian. Most notably, obviously, got Ordaz, Izzy, all stepping up to the plate here in the first half. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the second after this short break. There have been so many series that end there that have been iconic. Yes. Yeah.
It's one of those. You can't get enough of it.
That was another voice line. It's Chamber.
Stop. 10-2. Here's the scoreline if you're just tuning in. England game on the horizon. Very focused now, not too far away. For Liquid, I mean, can they salvage anything, really?
Purple looking to be prominent here at the start of another round, but Fabian catches him before the TP. A site wide open now. Rotation will come through, but Izzy already just a beelining up towards heaven.
He knows his job, doesn't he? Stay close. Fabian not too far off it either. Ooh. Oh, that's a little naughty.
Just looking for a catch.
That's a little
here.
naughty. All right. Is he still holding the line, though? It's buying time, right? It just keeps putting that pressure and pressure further and further forward. Gonna need the flash. Tries to fall away. Doesn't do it, but Fabian's got his back. Look at this work between the two. The push and the pull is just fantastic. As said, doing his job there. Both of them in unison. Spot on. In zone flawless. They got somewhere to be.
You smashing Fabian just tapping his watch there. Yeah. I mean, it's...
Got the timing.
It's unfortunate to see a team struggle like this, but I mean, it's such a huge positive for Eternal Fire to come back out swinging here. Like I said, an opportunity to put the right foot forwards here in week one.
Oh, for sure. And they're a scary team. I know we've been mostly kind of talking it from the Liquid perspective, but for Eternal Fire, this was a must-win, and I think they've done exactly what's needed. They're looking like they're refreshed. They look revitalized, confident. On the same page, we haven't even seen the depth of them yet.
I mean, the depth is the next question, right? How far down the rabbit hole does Vito go in terms of the map pool?
Yep.
Camo actually will find an opener here onto Echo to spur things forwards for the rest of Eternal Fire. Kept in check by the snakebite for the time being.
Oh, Purpo
got to have his head on a swivel.
We almost
get
got
away
caught on
initially.
that. Yeah, but they're going to try and get on the site nice and quick, though, aren't they? Knowing he's kind of backpedaling away. A real chance to try and take site control after B felt completely shut down. So a good reaction from Eternal Fire here.
Izzy's already posted up deep, though, with the judge.
But there's a chance for Liquid. They could maybe get amongst them a little bit, show a little bit of fire in this. Good paranoia, but you're right, it's Izzy holding that approach, and it's so clean from Eternal Fire. The second things feel like they're getting dicey, the door shuts.
Surprised actually it got to round 14 before a body was shot in this series. On map 2, by the way.
Map 2, map 2.
Fabian always the one to let himself be known. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like I said, perfect play from Izzy, capitalising on this lack of presence behind the initial player here. Over towards C. Last bastion of hope here for Liquid. Unfortunately, Kicks will bring a Sheriff into this. Everybody else a weapon of sorts.
Before, I guess.
Yeah, another 4K from him, maybe.
If you don't mind. Well, let's see. Anything left in the tank, Liquid? For now, a celebration for Eternal Fire to come out swinging.
Go, go, go.
As I said, it's very easy to fall to a team that's playing a little bit messy, a little bit unorthodox. You know, a little out of character, but Eternal Fire pushing through this. See Echo waiting. Right consideration. Dart's going to reveal a bit of that. Oh, Purpo able to slip away. Does allow the walkout, though. And Echo not getting a clean fight, but still stands his ground. 2 kills. And finally being caught up by Kicks, but the map just being swarmed, smothered. And Izzy's taken a body as well. The spike slowly but surely going towards Lohan. Perhaps once again, in Lohan we trust. A judge and a dream, and a chance to redeem, if anything at this point, maybe another round. But they're just out of range, and Izzy's there in support. Not pulling punches. No mercy to be had. And Kicks who did well before on the Sheriff, would have to go beyond that now. As this looks to be closing the account. Is he the one to get it done with? Fabian, 13-2. A commanding display from Eternal Fire here in their first display